Welcome back to the highlights from the Mini Symposia at the PASC 2025 conference. Joining me here, I have Lubomir Ria and Estela Suarez, and you organized a symposium today on improving energy efficiency in HPC systems, in particular through software. Tell me more about this. Why should we care about this? Aren't these systems already optimal?
Well, I think there is always room for improvement. And when you realize how much energy is being consumed by HPC, it's important to be conscious about it and to work on mechanisms to improve it. So we are just putting together a project that has been funded by HPC, started on the 1st of June, which looks into the energy efficiency from the software environment point of view. So have a operation system that allows you to efficiently use the resources on the HPC system, to orchestrate them around, and also to understand better how the systems are really used. So we have basically 3 blocks that are also matching here on the symposium. One is on the monitoring, so understanding where energy is being used and how it is being used by the applications. Second is an AI-based data analytics framework that allows you to extract more information from monitoring. And the third one is then on scheduling and resource management to be able to use the resources most efficiently.
So in theory, this is even something that could eventually be fed back to vendors to help them improve the efficiency in the next generation of the hardware too.
Exactly, it's back to vendors, but also back to operation teams. So,
That sounds cool. Were there any particular highlights from the session here? What did you like most?
Yeah, so each of the areas that Estelle mentioned were pretty much discussed by the speakers. We have 4 speakers. One speaker related to the monitoring, so they're describing their infrastructure, their approaches to collect the data from the infrastructure from TU Dresden. We have from University of Bologna, we have a speaker that was focused on the machine learning, analyzing the data from the monitoring, how to get the information from the monitoring data, what information can be fed to the schedulers to better optimize, what information can be given to the runtime systems to better schedule and how to orchestrate the execution of the job. So then the last 2 talks were on the 2 different runtime systems, so the dynamic tuning of the hardware while running a job. So all these systems, or the speakers pretty much have already a system deployed on the big system, like the speakers from the Barcelona have the system deployed at Barcelona Supercomputing Centers, also at the LRZ. The other speaker from the IT4I, it's deployed on the IT4 Innovation systems as well as on the Kaulion system. So these are people that already have a good experience with the data center operations, and they're working very closely with the HPC centers.
So all these centers, do they have any hard data that can show how much this has either reduced their energy cost or improved performance? Or?
Yeah, so for the machine learning part, you need a big collection of data to train these mechanisms. So for instance, Chineka released a completely Marconi data set that is used for the training the models on that efficiently when for instance, the energy crisis hit the Europe a couple of years ago. That was when a lot of the system has been deployed and actually even gave them better importance to be able to reduce the data. So there are systems that show how many energy was saved. One number I remember, it was close to 10-15%. It's about 10-15% that.
So that sounds very worthwhile. And if I'm interested in this, and if I want to join you here, or do you have any obvious next call to action? What's your next step here?
Well, the project I mentioned just started, so we are first of all organizing internal workshops to really shape the requirements and shape all the elements of the software stack, but we are very much interested also in the feedback of the community. So this was one symposium that Lubomir basically led here on the organization, and I'm sure we are going to also redo this kind of events maybe on the next PASC, or also looking into BOVs and other events at ISE and Supercomputing.
It sounds like a great opportunity to join you for that event.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, both of you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you.